Welcome to this episode in our Leadership and AI live stream series. This episode is titled The AI Leadership Advantage Nobody in AI is Talking About. I'm Brett Thomas. I help small and mid-sized founders and business leaders implement AI quickly, confidently, and strategically. I've spent my career helping founders adapt to change and scale their success, and I've documented my experience in 20 books on management, leadership, and AI. I've spent the past few years in the trenches helping businesses implement AI, and I've seen what works, what doesn't, and I've seen why. Every AI consultant I know is teaching founders how to use tools. None of them is talking about the one thing that actually determines whether those tools produce ROI. And it has nothing to do with technology. Right now in the AI era, the most valuable thing I know is what I call AI leadership capacity. And the founders who understand what that actually means in the context of AI implementation are the ones pulling away from the field and fast. Here's the framing problem we need to fix before anything else. The AI race is too often being described as a technology competition. Who has the best tools? Who is using the most advanced models? Who has the biggest AI budget? That framing is wrong, and following it is costing founders real money. The AI race is a leadership competition, full stop. The founders I'm watching win right now are not the most technically sophisticated people in the room. In many cases, they're not technical at all. What they share is this: they're exceptional decision makers operating in a new environment. They know how to align their teams, deploy resources to the right problems, and steer their organizations toward outcomes rather than outputs. And if you've not been doing this work, the good news is that the capabilities I'm about to describe can be developed rather quickly. Let me show you exactly what I mean. In my book, Leadership in AI, I identify 3 core leadership capabilities that determines AI outcomes in founder-led companies. Not technology capabilities, leadership capabilities. Here they are. The first is sense-making. Sense-making is your ability to read the AI landscape clearly without the distortion of hype on one side or fear on the other. Right now, the signal-to-noise ratio in AI is extraordinarily low. Every week, there's a new model, a new tool, a new claim. Something's going to change everything. And founders are making AI implementation decisions inside that noisy environment. The ones who are winning have developed what I call a calibrated AI lens. They're not chasing every new release. They're not paralyzed by the pace of change. They have a framework for evaluating what actually matters to their specific business at this specific stage. That's sense-making. And without it, your AI investment is essentially random. The second capability is stakeholder alignment. This one is consistently underestimated, and it's consistently the place where AI implementations stall or fail entirely. You can have the right AI strategy and the right tools, and if your team, your managers and key contributors, your operational leads don't understand why you're moving in this direction, don't believe in the approach, or aren't executing or coordinating, then none of it works. I've seen this play out dozens of times. A founder makes a strong AI investment. 6 months later, adoption is 15%. Not because the technology, because the human system was never aligned behind it. Alignment is a leadership function. It's always been a leadership function. AI doesn't change that. The third capability is organizational steering. This is about knowing where to deploy AI for maximum leverage, not just maximum productivity. Most founders start with productivity. How do I do the things I'm already doing faster and cheaper? That's a reasonable starting point, but it's not where the real returns are found. The founders building compounding advantage over their competitors are asking a different question. They're asking, where in my organization does an AI implementation create capabilities I did not have before? Where does it open up new revenue lines? Where does it remove a structural bottleneck that's been limiting growth in our company for years? That's organizational steering. It requires a systems view of your business, and it requires strategic clarity from leadership. 3 capabilities: sense-making, stakeholder alignment, organizational steering. These are the leadership levers that will determine your AI ROI. I want to give you a simple diagnostic lens you can use right now before you invest in another AI tool subscription or launch another implementation initiative. 1 question per capability. Answer honestly. For sense making, when you look at your current AI tool stack, can you articulate in 2 sentences why each tool is there and what specific business outcome it's driving? If you cannot answer that for every tool you're currently paying for, your sense making needs work. You're buying noise, not signal. For stakeholder alignment, if I ask your 3 most important operational leaders to describe your AI strategy in their own words right now, would their answers be consistent? Would they even have an answer? The gap between what you believe your AI strategy is and what your team believes it is, that gap is where AI investment goes to die. For organizational steering, is your AI deployment concentrated in the areas of your business where leverage is highest, or is it scattered across whatever problem was loudest last quarter? Scattered deployment produces scattered results. Concentrated deployment in high leverage areas produce compounding returns. Where's your weak point across these 3? Because that weak point, not your tool selection, not your AI budget, is the primary reason your AI investment is underperforming right now if it is. This is not abstract. I've run versions of this diagnostic with dozens of founders running from companies from 1 million to 50 million in revenue. The pattern holds everywhere. The technology is rarely the limiting factor. The leadership capability is almost always the limiting factor. Here's what I want you to sit with this week. The leaders who win in the next 2 to 4 years will not be the ones with the most AI tools. They'll be the ones with the clearest strategy for deploying them. Strategy clarity is the new competitive moat, and it's a moat that compounds because a leader with a strong AI strategy makes better decisions this quarter than last quarter and better decisions next quarter than this quarter. That's the game. Not tool acquisition, strategy. If you want to go deeper on exactly this, if you want the book, the mini course that comes with it, and 4 AI agents built specifically to help you deploy the frameworks I just walked you through, I've built a hub for it. It's called ROIandAI.com. I'm Brett Thomas with Integral Corporation. Good luck out there, and let's make sure we stay on the right side of the AI disruption curve this year. I'll see you in the next video.